I want to talk to you about Belay. And when we talk about Belay, of course, we're speaking about virtual assistant. And the question is this agency really worth it this year? Let's talk about that. So here's the overview I want you to pay attention to. So when you think about Belay, we've heard Belay or Belay. So when you think about this platform, I want you to think about a platform that's really great for virtual assistant, all kinds of virtual assistants, and at all types of skills. Okay, so they actually can handle everything from very basic services, from very basic tasks to very sophisticated ones. That, for instance, graphic design or project management. And what we love about the Belay is that they actually have a seasoned US-based college-educated VA set. And so not only offering generalists, but also people who are expert at bookkeeping, social media, and web design. And founded by Brian and Shannon Miles in 2010. So they've been around for a while now. And they have about 1,200 to 1,500 remote workforce team members. And the company provides its client with what we love about this company is that they have a very specialized personal assistant that's really overseen by a relationship manager to ensure success. So you are listening to me right now. If you were to go with Belay and you were to go with their solutions, their services, they will make sure that they have a relationship manager that actually covers everything and make sure that you are satisfied in the end, that the job is done. So they're not just going to assign to you to assign a virtual assistant to you, but they want to make sure that they have an RM, a relationship manager, to make sure everything is value adding, so that your company in the end is actually winning. And the company is a US based firm that offers services in a variety of languages. So if they don't have a VA who knows your specific software, the company will train the VA at no cost to you, and your client success consultant will schedule interviews for you to meet your candidates and ask questions. And please, when you actually go to those interviews, be as prepared as possible, because those VAs, once you hire them, they are going to be part of your quasi team. They'll be quasi staff members to you. So you want to make sure that the chemistry is there from the get-go. So you want to ask a lot of questions, and you will also want to ask follow-up questions to make sure you are on the right track. And we love the fact that, with a Belay, you are going to find an ideal match to actually work in your team anyway. By the way, boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. Make yourself comfortable. You are going to enjoy today's conversation. Let's talk about services here. So when we talk about Belay, what kind of services should you expect really? Because when we talk about virtual assistants, virtual assistants is a pretty broad term, but let's go a little granular so we have a clear idea of what kind of specifics we're talking about. So first of all, when we talk about services, you have administrative tasks and you have operational tasks. So Belay can actually help you with that duality. So administrative tasks, you are talking here about calendar and schedule management, for instance. You have email management. You have a travel coordination. You have meeting confirmation, preparation, and notes, so you can have a VA take care of that aspect of things for you. You have event planning and coordination, project assistance, research and reporting, employee candidate pre-screening and interviews, and you have return calls and voicemails. So that's really cool in terms of the administrative task. Of course, you might need to train the VA a little bit to sort of make sure that he or she adapts to your work streams, but this is nothing really complicated, and Belay makes sure that things happen a lot faster than you can imagine. So within a week, your candidates can actually be ready. Once you actually hire one or two or three, depending on your needs, they can actually onboard a lot faster. Now, what about the operational tasks? Because when we talk about Belay, they really pride themselves on making sure that they cover a large gamut, like the whole gamut of resources and work streams. So you have operational tasks. So operational tasks are really, think of it as the back office, right? So you want to employ Belay sort of VAs as your back office, as your quasi back office. So here we are speaking about client intake, for instance, project coordination. You have HR related tasks, and those HR related tasks will depend upon your specific industry and also niche, because within the industry you can be in a particular niche. You have CRM and CRM management and updating. You have industry research. You have report generation, data analysis, project management assistance. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about belay virtual assistants. Are they really worth it this year? Let's keep on with the variety of tasks that belay VAs can really do for you. So I've spoken to you about operational tasks, administrative tasks. You also have financial tasks, personal tasks, and marketing tasks. So when we talk about financial tasks, we're not talking about the kind of stuff a CPA will do, a certified public accountant, or an EA, an enrolled agent, or even a senior bookkeeper. No, we are speaking about light bookkeeping. Okay, debits and credits, that's for sure. And you might have to a VA can help you do a trial balance, and everything can be done according to US GAAP. Okay, United States generally accepted accounting principles. You have billing disputes. You have a VA can actually help you compile and submit expense reports on your behalf or for you, if you will, sending invoices, vendor management, and this can really happen within the accounting software that you have, whether it is QuickBooks or Zero or Wave or whatever. You have vendor management, and you also have the ability to run financial reports. So you can have actually a VA run financial reports on your behalf. Again, don't expect the VA to do like financial reporting and like an in-depth analysis. No, the VA can actually run your balance sheets for you periodically, your statement of cash flows, your income statements, but also your statement of owner's equity. In terms of personal tasks, you have gift purchase. So gift purchases are pretty okay. You are able to have a VA sending personal cards for you on your behalf, set personal appointments, vendor research, vacation planning. What about marketing tasks? So marketing tasks can be also broad depending upon your niche and also depending upon the geography and also the target audience that you are really going after. So you have scheduled, pre-written, and pre-approved social media content, and the VA can manage social calendar and library. You have a report generation. You have e-newsletters, blogs, and e-blasts. You can have a VA from Belay actually compile free or licensed stock photos. So this is really cool. And you have someone who can also respond to social media posts. So this is really fantastic. So you have to actually rely on your Belay VAs to actually ensure that you are having a quasi sort of presence on the net. Let's talk about our assessment here. So, what are the pros and cons of Belay? I mean, when we talk about Belay, what kind of pros and cons should you be thinking about? First of all, I want to talk to you about the pros. In other words, what are the reasons why you should be buying Belay? We should be hiring a VA from this company. You have assistants in four main categories. So, we are talking, and those are the categories I just gave you, right? Operational, administrative, financial, and also the last one, marketing. So those are pretty broad categories that most small businesses will need anyway. You have US based staff. Of course, they have a few staff members overseas, but you have US based staff primarily. And they will actually strive to find you the best VAs nationwide. And they have been, this company has been listed in Inc. 5000, like that list for 8 years in a row. So that tells you a lot about the quality here. And you have long-term relationship with the same person. So this is another great advantage when it comes to working with Belay. What are the cons here? What are the reasons to avoid this company like crazy? Well, they are relatively expensive. Even though pricing is not published, you need to complete an online form to get a callback for code. Basically, they just want to make sure they get your attention anyway. So, but the thing is that when we talk about assessment overall of Belay, you have to understand that they offer an impressive virtual assistant. I mean, they offer an impressive set of virtual assistant services in four distinct categories, and this is really cool. And you can have a classic virtual assistant. You can have somebody who can monitor, answer, and organize your inboxes, sort your schedule, coordinate your project, and tackle research tasks and report writing, so you'll always get the information you need to make key decision for your business. So you have additional services that revolve around content writing, for instance, graphic design. But the bottom line here, and I want to insist on that because a lot of virtual assistant services don't have that. So Belay actually has primarily all its VAs in the US, okay? And then they have some overseas, but the majority here are in the US. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about Belay virtual assistants. Are they worth it this year? Let me talk to you now about pricing. As you can see on the screen here, when it comes to pricing, Belay wants you to contact them. They do not want to publish anything at all. Okay, so but the good thing is you have social media strategies you can actually avail yourself of through Belay. There is no free trial, so you have to actually buy the service. You have to hire them once you're ready to order, if you will. And this is kind of important. So bottom line here is that you need to contact Belay to have more information. So on their website, they have a form that allows you to request the hiring. Like if you were to hire Belay, you will request hiring. But again, it's one of those things where you have to understand that things can happen a lot faster. Okay, so they actually hire social media assistants, like specialize in bookkeeping, for instance, social media strategy, website design, and general virtual assistants. And in terms of pay, we're not speaking about $100,000 a year. I mean, we're speaking about 15 to 30 bucks per hour. This is actually the average pay for VAs across the nation. So depending on what you are working from, you can actually expect to receive more or less. This is an important. And in terms of, they actually exclude. I'm talking here about Belay. They exclude candidates from California, Montana, New York, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania. So this is one of those things where if you actually want to work for Belay and you are in those industries, then you might want to wait a little more for everything to clarify. So you have you have a definite idea of what you want and how you want to implement things. And what I want to say is that when we talk about pricing in general, you have to understand that pricing, you can actually have pricing over the phone or pricing online. But the most important is that you are not going to worry about getting a lower quality sort of service simply because you're trying to save cash. Okay, so it's what I'm trying to say is it's better to go with Belay, knowing that they know what they're doing and they've been around for a while, than go with a cheaper alternative and really be pissed down the road. Let me talk to you about the specs here. So when you think about Belay, I want you to think about the fact that they are constantly offering several types of services. Virtual assistant services, accounting professionals, social media managers. They're covering everything. Okay, and it's one of those things where you have to really be comfortable with the kinds of services that they offer. So Belay actually launched as a company providing virtual assistants to companies needing help managing email, schedules, and projects. It moved into bookkeeping, social media, and web services with the purchase of Mag Bookkeeping. Now the company matches remote workers to companies needing service in four areas: social media, virtual assistants, accounting, and bookkeeping. And so worker reviews are generally positive, and the site promises pay ranging from 15 to 30 bucks per hour. However, workers are only paid once per month, so it's not really a good option if you need to earn money in a hurry. So as a customer, you're good anyway. But if you want your VA to be fully supportive, you have to understand that part, that the VA is paid once a month, whereas more folks in the States are paid twice a month or four times a month, like every week or every other week. And in terms of availability, well, it's one of those things where Belay arranges remote work for both contractors and its own staff, but the site expects you to be available as a worker, available during normal business hours, and at a time Monday through Friday. If you are looking for a more flexible arrangement, then you need to actually check elsewhere. So that's how Belay is making sure that there are writers, there are their writers, their graphic designers, and their accounting professionals are actually pretty committed. Okay, and one thing I want to say also is that you have to really understand that Belay is there for the long run, and they've been around for more than 15 years, and they want to be around for more 15 more years, and they are really thinking about building a relationship with you as a customer before actually trying to cross sell you. Right now, they don't cross sell you automatically. It will come sometime. It will come a time where when they will cross sell you reflexively if they want to survive. Really, when you think about it. One thing I want to say about Belay here is that, when we talk about Belay, obviously there are a lot of other players here, and it's one of those things where you have to really be comfortable in terms of a customer and asking yourself, do I want to go with them? In other words, is Belay really worth it for virtual assistants? Our answer is yes. Is Belay really safe? Yes. And what is the ROI positive if you were to go with them? Yes. I mean, if you think about all the four aspects that they cover already, those are aspects that every small business owner needs, and it's one of those things already also where you have where you empower the worker. Okay, so that's really cool. And but if for any reason you don't like Belay virtual assistants, you can try other work streams. You have Indeed and Glassdoor; those are highly rated job boards, really. And if you are an accountant or a bookkeeper, you will also check out accountingdepartment.com. You can check out Acuity, Payroll, and Robert Health. So this is really cool. And you can also go on Fiverr or Upwork, and to see what's really out there in terms of your virtual assistant. So the point I'm trying to make here is that you have the possibility to get things done, and so it's one of those things where you got to ask yourself, do I want to encourage freelancing for like at Belay, or do I want to encourage part-time job workers? I mean, our answer is pretty clear, but we're not in your pocket, so we don't know what kind of budget you have. But our answer is pretty clear in terms of what you should be going after. So you want to actually have a well-paid staff member, so you want a well-paid set of staff members who will really work for you. So you want the VAs to be paid well. You want the VAs to get the money that they want and even more. So you want to tip them every now and then to make sure you can elevate their lifestyle a little bit more. And if you do a good job at it, if you really understand the thoughts that are going through your mind right now, you should be fine down the road anyway. That's what you need. You want to be fine down the road to be able to make decisions, to be able to make you want to make decisions really. So do we recommend this firm? Yes, we recommend it, and we recommend it to all kinds of small businesses, mid-sized businesses, large enterprises that need services, that need actions, that need staff members in four categories. So marketing, HR, okay, you want administrative, and financial. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. In today's conversation, let's do a recap. I was talking to you about Belay and virtual assistants. So I gave you the overview, the services, the assessment, the pricing, the specs, and now the verdict. Verdict. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.